And we are back on The Rodriguez Show. And we just got done with Mondo's second mix. Mondo, how you feeling over there?
Good, man. Good. Hopefully everyone's enjoying it, getting this next weekend started. A little cooler this weekend, so.
Yeah, no, I know. It's hopefully it keeps cooling down.
Yeah.
But speaking of temperature, this is a great transition because we haven't had a guest, like an artist here inside in a while. But we have one now, and her name is MLE. What's up?
Yeah, MLE. Thanks for having me, y'all.
Thanks for being here. And they can follow you on Instagram at official MLE Music. Mm-hmm. And the single is Temperature. That's why we were talking about the temperature. And that's out now. It's your first song that you dropped this year, right?
Yes, it's been a cool minute. I think my last release was like June 2023. So it's been over a year. Yeah. Everyone's been on me. When's the next drop? Where's the new music?
And it's crazy because, well, we'll get into it, but like I've seen you still perform like a bunch, and you've had only released one song this year so far.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, man, I keep performing the same 3-4 songs over and over.
Yeah.
And I have the same group of friends coming out to support me, or, sometimes you run into familiar artists at these shows, and they keep hearing the same songs over and over. So I was like, man, I just need to lock in studio mode so I can get more songs and then focus on performing more.
Nice. And so do you have, like, how many songs do you think you have coming up?
So Temperature, I'm trying to release that as part of my summer EP that I'm going to drop next year, but it's going to be a waterfall release. So basically I drop them as all singles, and then by the end, when all 6 are out, they'll compile into an EP.
Nice.
So I'm bringing all those like island, tropical, summer, Afrobeats, reggae, dancehall, reggaeton vibes.
Nice.
So Temperature is just the first track.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So take us back to the beginning. How did you even get started making music?
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, how long you been singing for? Honestly, I've been singing since I can speak. It started out just like messing around on my family's karaoke machine at home. So I started out singing like Vietnamese songs and a lot of oldies that my mom and her siblings grew up in the 70s, 80s listening to.
Gotcha.
And then around like elementary school, I started to pick up instruments on my own, and I listened to like pop and EDM and R&B.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, like, what is your favorite kind of music to perform?
I say R&B is my main genre, but in a lot of the shows I'm in, I think they like a more upbeat vibe. So I enjoy performing like hip hop or EDM songs.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So where was that moment in your, like, when you were just making music that you decided, okay, this is what I want to do and pursue? Like, where was that shift?
Yeah, I kind of picked up, well, my mom forced me into piano when I was young, and I didn't like it. But looking back now, I'm like, dang, I should have stuck with it. I could have been a prodigy now. But luckily, music was still my passion. So I learned instruments on my own, like I said, in elementary school. I was like forced into choir during high school, but I ended up loving it. Like I became president, I became conductor, and it helped me learn a lot more about music theory, because before it was just a hobby that I didn't know much about it theoretically, but then learning about it in school, going to like professional performances where we get judged by adjudicators and we get scored and everything, like you had to actually learn how to read music and write music. So I learned that aspect. And then I graduated high school in 2020. So COVID took away like my senior year. I was at home doing nothing. I went through a breakup, so I was like, yeah, I might as well songwrite.
Nice. Of course. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So from there you're like, all right, I'm gonna start doing this.
Yep. So since December 2020, so this December will be 4 years.
4 years, wow. Yeah, and you're putting in the work, like I said, all over Orange County, LA. I see you perform.
Yeah.
So when you're writing these songs, like, is it just about your life and what you've gone through, or where do you draw inspiration from?
Yeah, it definitely started out with what I was going through, and all my songs, like, there's no rap cap. Like, it's about my experience or something that I feel like I will experience or want to experience. But honestly, sometimes when I'm looking at YouTube beats, they'll have it titled something, and then I'll just use that as my songwriting prompt.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll create like my storyline based off of that one word.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's a good exercise, too. So is there like something that you wouldn't put in your music, like a boundary that you've drawn where like, oh, I can't talk about this?
Honestly, no. I'd probably say just like like violence, because that's not me.
Gotcha.
I do listen to a lot of rap and hip hop music, and I'll be bumping that in my car, but I wouldn't put it in my music because that's
Gotcha.
not how I grew up.
Yeah, because it's like, you're not gonna pretend you're somebody you're not.
Exactly. So I just try to stick with my truth and whatever resonates with me.
So speaking of like what you listen to, like who are some of the people that have influenced your music?
Oh, definitely. My biggest inspiration is Janae Aiko.
Okay.
She's my favorite artist, and I just resonate with her in the way that she moves about life and the way she treats other people and like her purpose with music. So not just like her sound, but just her as a person.
Yeah, she seems like a very peaceful person from the vibe that I get from her. Yeah, who
Yeah.
she radiates as,
Like she chooses peace, but you don't want to fuck with her because she has that tough side to her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
that's been through a lot too.
That's my girl right there.
Yeah. Shout out to Aiko. So how did you said your family, pushed you to start music early. How do they feel about, your music now?
My mom always kind of just like encouraged it as a hobby. I never wanted to do it for like college. My family always emphasized like, yeah, go to school, get your education, your degree, blah, blah, blah. So I did that to make them happy.
Yeah.
And then I did music on the side the whole time to make me happy. And I kind of like kept them out of it at first because I did write a lot about like my toxic relationship and,
Gotcha.
A young woman like entering adulthood, and R&B's a lot about that like sensual, sexual side. So obviously I don't need my family hearing all that.
Yeah.
But she's always been very supportive of me. So like she came to my first performance ever back when I only had one song. And that's, I'd say, is like my cleanest song. So
Nice.
It's good that she heard that one.
Yeah.
And then just recently in April, I had a 30-minute set with Breaking Sound at Adults Only Bar. And then it was 30 minutes of my music. So that's like 10 songs,
Yeah.
Like I've come a long way from her coming to my performance with only one song.
Yeah.
So she came to that one and then she heard all of it. I mean, I was
my God.
performing, dancing. My friends were hyping me up. And it's come a long way.
Was there? Yeah, I mean, that must have been an awkward conversation after, or she's like, "Oh yeah, no, that's just what you do."
Well, her boyfriend was like, "Oh, what was that one dance move?" When I was dropping it low, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
He was teasing me, but my mom was like, "Great job! Like, let me buy you all shots." And we're like, "Yeah."
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's funny.
she's dope. She's very supportive.
Did you grow up in Orange County?
I did, born and raised
Nice.
in
nice.
Westminster. Yeah.
So what do you think of the music scene out here?
I think it needs a lot more recognition.
Yeah.
I think everything's definitely out in LA. Even in the IE, there's a big music scene. But out here in OC, everyone kind of thinks it's just the suburbs, it's just the beach, like corporate work out here, But there's a lot of talent out here too. And now that I'm getting more involved and like meeting more people, I'm starting to see that more. Like, oh, there's these artists I can collab with, or there's these like organizations or collectives that are willing to help us out in Orange County.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool there's a lot of people out there that are making it. They're trying to make, there's obviously big people that have come out of here, but people don't know yet like what's in here.
Yeah, everyone thinks LA, but it's like I'm like 40 minutes from LA. I'm not really. I'm OC.
Yeah. So back to the performing a little bit. So obviously, like you said, you talk about your experiences in life that you've been through. So when you perform these songs, even though they're talking about toxic relationships, it's still hard to be like, damn, I was bad at that point. Like, what was going on in my life at that point? Is it bad to revisit it, or have you removed yourself from it?
Honestly, no, because a lot of it still occurs in my life.
Oh, okay.
I did write it about like a specific relationship, but I'm seeing it repeat in some of my other relationships or my other experiences with people I meet. So it's just kind of like generally applicable and relatable, I feel like.
Yeah. I'm
It's
sure like
if
a lot
the
of
shoe
people have gone
fits.
through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, are you learning from these experiences at least every time?
No, I feel like hearing it in songs definitely help, but when it's like other people's songs, I'll learn from it. When it's mine, I'm just kind of like, numb to it. It's kind of like when you're reading your own story versus when you like hear it aloud. It's
somebody
different.
else has to tell you something.
Exactly.
Maybe Janae Eichel will guide you in the right direction.
Yeah.
You've obviously performed at a few places. Do you have any do you have a favorite place that you've done so far? Like, was it that 30-minute set?
That was one of my favorites just because, yeah, that's the longest I've had. Like, I got to showcase all my songs to my mom, her boyfriend, my boyfriend at the time, and then all of my supporters came out. It was like, it kind of sucked because there was only 4 performers. I was the last one, and all the other performers and their supporters left, the ones who were before me. So it was literally just me and all my people. So in that sense, I was just like, wow, like it's really more intimate. Like it's all my people in here. And I felt the love because I was like, oh, all of you are really out here supporting me. Like out here in LA, they had to buy tickets and everything, you know. It was a cool experience. But I think also my first show was one of my favorites because it was a showcase in Fullerton, and I got the opportunity to perform with a live band. Oh, nice. And I don't get to do that often. Like when I perform my own music, it's just an instrumental track at like a bar or a club. But this was with a live band, so it was acoustic and at a jazz cafe. So it was a different vibe. Yeah, I liked it.
Nice. Do you hope to do more of that stuff in the future, like when you can?
Yeah, I definitely am a sucker for that live instrumentation because I'm a musician too. I get kind of sick of like these LA shows where it's just all hip hop and rap and it kind of gets repetitive. But when it's live music, it's just like a different kind of talent and experience.
Yeah, it gets repetitive when there's a lot of people on the lineup and it's the same style.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, like you said, your song's about relationships. Like, have you connected with people that have been like, yeah, like I was going through the same thing? Like, how does that feel?
Yeah, one of my performances at Unreleased in LA, I had this guy come up to me after and he's like, yo, like your performance made my girlfriend cry. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like, nah, like she thought it was beautiful, but then like it made her feel like she was going through it too. So she kind of got mad at her boyfriend. And he's like, what did I do? But I was like, damn, like I'm really glad that it touched someone like that. Yeah. And then just recently, my last show on Friday, this girl was like, your performance was so good. I literally went in the restroom and I took off this necklace that my ex gave me and I threw it away just because I heard your song. She's like, I looked in the mirror, I threw it away. So thank you. Like your performance was life-changing.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, my purpose has been fulfilled.
Wow, so people are moved at these shows.
Yeah, see, they're learning through me.
See? That's funny. That's so cool. So this Temperature song, how did it come about?
I was just looking for more Afrobeats vibes to go with like my summer EP. And this was like a Tyla type beat. And you know, she's really big right now. Yeah. I listened to a lot of her stuff and it was, I think the beat was literally called Raise the Temperature. So nice. I based my song off of that. And then I met this producer in North Hollywood who was willing to help me record it, but also reproduce the beat so that I didn't have to like buy a lease off of someone. We just used that as inspiration and then created our own track. Gotcha. So he did that for me. He pitched the song down. You know, I recorded it. He mixed, mastered it for me. And then yeah, honestly, it was going to be like one of the last songs on the EP, but I ended up having to drop it first just because I did this like open verse challenge for it and it got a lot of traction. So I'm like, I might as well use that momentum right now.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people had submitted to that. That's
awesome. Very surprising. It was my first time doing something like that, but got a lot of engagement.
Nice. Yeah, so what are you hoping to do? Like, are you hoping to make music and it'll lead you to a different avenue, or is it just you hoping to make music, be a touring musician?
So I am still pursuing like the college education route for my family because I'm lucky enough to have a mom who can like afford it and is willing to pay for it. So she's like, oh, you should get your master's degree. And I got my bachelor's in psychology, so I'm interested in doing psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy. Nice. So, you know, I'm all about healing, like whether it's through mental health therapy, psychedelics, that route, or it's healing through my music. I just want to help people who can relate to me, who can learn a lesson or two from me. So through my music as well, like, Of course, it would be awesome to have all my expenses paid for and like have this wide recognition. But what I really want is like my music to just touch wider audiences, like touch people in the way that I do when I perform. Like, yeah, maybe I'm not performing in a stage with 1,000 people, but maybe it's 50 people and I get one person like that who comes up to me and, you know, it makes my day. So I just like those genuine interactions. And like, if I can touch someone, then my job has been done. And like, it's still my hobby. So I'm going to pursue it because I love it. And whatever abundance comes from it, I'm accepting.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So before we move on to the performance, you're going to perform Temperature in the studio here.
Yeah.
I want people to know, fun fact, that people that support you, like they wouldn't know. Something like like a secret, or not a secret, but like something like a fun fact, that somebody that supports you would be like, oh, I didn't know she, like, yeah.
I'd say that I'm super random, but I'm double jointed.
What does that mean?
So basically, when I extend my arms, it bends a little bit, but I can twist my arm like 360, rotate it this way and that way. It's pretty strange. So like I couldn't join cheerleading because, you know, they had to make super straight, sharp movements and my arms would be a little bendy. Or when I model, because I'd be like working with a lot of photographers, when I do certain poses, I had to like relax my arm a little bit to make it look straight the way a normal person's arm would look. It's kind of strange, yeah.
That's funny. Well, I'm glad I asked that question now because that was an interesting story.
Yeah, keep an eye out for my freaky arms.
All right, so we're gonna get into the performance here, but before we do that, we have 60 seconds with. So this is the speed round.
All right.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
I'm gonna set the timer here. I'm gonna after I ask you the first question. 60 seconds right now. What is your favorite cartoon character?
Kenny from South Park.
Oh, nice. Favorite song right now?
West Side by Fetty Wap and Snoop Dogg.
Nice. One word to describe you when you were a kid.
Talkative.
Okay. Do you have a hidden talent? Oh, you already told us the hidden talent.
My tongue can like do crazy things too, like flip 360 and make clovers and shit. Yeah.
What? Indica, sativa, or hybrid?
Indica.
Netflix, Hulu, or HBO?
Netflix, but like anything without ads.
Nice. Name of your best friend in high school?
Amy.
First CD you ever bought?
I don't think I bought a CD, but I got a free one from Rex Orange County.
Oh, nice. First song you illegally downloaded?
I think it was like Thinking About You by Frank Ocean.
Nice. Favorite movie?
Maybe The Giver.
Jim Carrey or Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell.
Do you like Rappin' Drake or R&B Drake?
R&B Drake.
Nice. Now 60 seconds with MLE on The Rodriguez Show. All right, so are you ready to perform Temperature?
Oh yeah, always.
All right, right now on The Rodriguez Show, you can follow her at official MLE Music, MLE.
MLE.
Till you can't take no more. I'm tempted for sure. You know you want some more. Move your body to the music. Keep on grooving till you lose it. You got your hands on my hips. You locking eyes on my lips. You start to tighten your grip and feel the rhythm of my song. I'll have you dancing all night long. Take no more. I'm tempted for sure. You know you want some more. Move your body to the music. Keep on grooving till you lose it.
Come shake some mommy. All they want you gon' stop me. Can you bring a little sand to my beach house? You hotter than the sun, brought the heat out. I'm surprised I can feel your time rising up. You wanna catch a vibe, girl, I think the vibe really yours. I wanna take it down, girl, I wanna dive in you. Make you mine, ooh, make you mine. Ooh, I can't waste no time on you. Rhythm and blues take over. Got my hands on your waist, little mama. Your body wet, got me
seasick, little mama, ooh.
We away from the drop, gas you up, take you on a shopping spree.
Spend some commas.
I'm already on a vacation, we in the Bahamas. It's heating up, can't get enough, you're too high.
Raise the temperature till you can't take no more. I'm tempted for sure. You know you want some more.